Erin Burnett Out Front, weeknights at 7, only on CNN.
Well, you know, it's pretty remarkable. Apparently, she went to that house and actually wanted to go inside. I'm talking about Michelle Knight, former victim held inside. She could not go in. The sheriff's deputy stopped her. So she looked from the outside. Then she went across the street to Altagracia Tejeda's house. Little backstory. Tejeda, on the day that these girls got away, when Amanda Berry kicked out the front door and ran across the street, she went to Tejeda's home, used her phone to make that dramatic 911 call. Today, Michelle thanked Tejeda. They had an embrace, and it was at that moment that Tejeda realized she'd seen Michelle before in the windows of that terrible home when she was a captive. Didn't know she was a captive. And she related that whole realization to me. She speaks Spanish. She translated by her niece.
She says that when seeing her, she wouldn't even imagine the things that were going on in that house. She would never think that that was her. And when she came by today, she asked her if the person that she saw standing in the screen door, if it was her, and she said yes, it was her.
Michelle Knight is basically saying, do you remember seeing me? Because I remember seeing you out from those windows. It was just quite a moment for those two women to sort of come to grips with, Erin.
A poignant moment, and incredible that Michelle Knight wanted to go back into that house. I know, she's also the one who spoke at court yesterday, has chosen so far a different path than Amanda and Gina, who went through such horrible abuse also. Now, Martin, who owns the home? And obviously I know it's going to be demolished. When does that happen?
Yeah, that home is now owned by what's called the Cuyahoga Land Bank. Ariel Castro, part of the plea deal, he had to give up the home. The land bank is planning to demolish that house next week. They say the latter part of next week. But here's the thing. They're being very careful. They want to make sure that in no way any piece of that home or anything that may still be left in that home is somehow taken by somebody to be used as a twisted souvenir. So it will be demolished in one day, but they will have security around that house, and they will have escorts as the debris is trucked away to make sure none of it goes into the wrong hands.
People can be sick. Now, what about Ariel Castro? Obviously, yesterday, the day of the sentencing. Where is he now? What happens now?
Well, he's supposed to be transported. Exactly when he's going to be transported to his next stop in his 1,000-year journey, as it is, the security, for security reasons, they won't say. But he's going off about 30 miles to what is basically the welcoming center for the entire Ohio penitentiary system. That's in Grafton, Ohio. He'll be evaluated for several weeks, and then they'll figure out where to exactly place him. Psychologically and medically, he's going to be checked out, and it's possible he could go to any number of potential sites, but he'll be there a long, long time. Life plus 1,000 years.